This altar isn't dedicated to a single god, but instead acts as a conduit to many. Your god is one of many, and in this place you sense a spark of its mighty divine flame. As a cleric, you may sacrifice wealth to your deity and expect to receive a boon. Your soul opens to their divine power. Walker, you are blessed by Mielikki, and even here among the stones of the city, you smell the fragrance of the forest and feel moss beneath your feet. Candlehallow's tombstones. Candlehallow's tombstones, remembering the deceased with sympathy and skill.
Take it up with 9 fingers.
This tombstone still bears the dust from its recent engraving. Vari Vanthampur, unwanted in life, welcomed in death. This one has been engraved over so many times that no names are legible.
Justice walks on 4 feet and sleeps in my boot.
Boo would squeeze through, but he just had lunch.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Oakfather's blessings.
All right. What now?
The locked door has red text on it reading, "All are awaited, all are embraced. None shall escape." That phrase is barlist. This place has some connection to Orin and her cult of killers. You should learn more about them.
Very well.
There's something engraved on this skull. Living, a torment of sorrow and strife. It's a poem. It continues, "Is a burden to great and to small. We faithful cure mortals of burdensome life and present it to Death Father Baal." Verse by Invoker Grimlark.
Present me well from gifts thine own, or I shall rend thy flesh from bone. A grasping hand, an offering vile. Enter now the dread Lord's trial.
Its breath is dank and coarse, but it has no words. This creature is mute.
Thou hast shown proof of worthy kill. Present thyself before Baal's will.
Evil hides, and Boo seeks! A berserker's knees are not made for all this bending.
Don't waste a step.
You gaze upon murder's progeny, child.
His most ill-trusted zealots.
His faithful departed.
Prodigal servants, each returns to do his bidding eternally.
Though this city is not your home, this man's infamy is known to you, and his presence sparks dread in the pit of your stomach. Before you is Sarevok Anchev, a Baalist who almost brought Baldur's Gate to ruin a century ago. Davella was right. Not just an imitator, but Sarevok himself.
This is the court of the Dread Lord's Tribunal. I am its custodian. Here come those who seek to transcend, aspirants of his most profane order, the would-be unholy assassins of Baal. But these are not aspirants. You have brought traitors of Baal into our midst. Harper Worm, the abdicating hero. Your keen sense for this city has withered in your absence. And you, man of stone, as you stood a statue, a helpless ornament, your city warped, changed, became ripe for the plucking.
Sarevok, Baal's least favorite son. Still tied to Daddy's apron strings, I see.
The history they share may be long gone, but the threat of violence between them is as fresh as newly spilled blood. Neither party will let the other walk out of here alive.
What purpose do you have in bringing these heretics to the court of Baal? Speak, or death will be your final word.
Simple. We beat him about the brow and butt until he was dead.
Sarevok once fancied himself Baal's chosen, until we put him in his place. Feel no shame for forgetting him. History shall do the same.
These two have long meddled in my affairs, and my father's.
You get to my age, you have already done everything. Be my guest.
We have already smashed Sarevok's soul from his body once. Boo says it is your turn.
And so, the Harper and the idiot Ranger raised their weapons against Sarevok once more. Your hubris will be your undoing, as it was once mine. Only this time, you will fall. And Baal will have his offering by my hand.
I will not tolerate impudence. This place shall be your grave.
Weep if you wish. Minsk will not judge.
Death greets us all, but not today. On the hunt.
Enemies afoot. Cannot give up now.
To arms! Wait, no! To swords! Someone hold Boo. He will not enjoy the bumpings to come.
Never a dull moment.
This room will be thy resting place. The tang of death. It has been far too long.
Oak Father, harden my heart. No time to spare!
I have missed this! The adventure, the danger, the kicking of butts!
Can't even catch my breath.
Unleash me! There shall be no mercy.
Weep if you wish. Minsk will not judge.
Still on my feet.
We do what we must.
We shall carry the day.
shall not yield.
You point, I punch.
Time to push my luck again. Have to keep going. Couple turns should do it.
Oi! Citizen! Get me out of here! Citizen! Thank the gods you're here. My wrinkles are starting to chafe. As an officer of the law, I demand you free me at once.
Justice walks on 4 feet and sleeps in my boot.
Get here and free me at once!
The knock-knock does not work. Perhaps the knock...
Release me, you ingrate! Get here and free me at once! They're supposed to be locked up, not me! Get me out! Thanks for freeing me so quickly. No idea what those Baalist Burks had planned with me, but those chains were starting to chafe. Though I do wish you'd figured this all out before I, put the blame for Father Lorgan's murder on that poor refugee. Well, at least it's over now. After our chat at Charessa's Caress, I thought it best to polish off the bottle I'd started. I started coming over all woozy. My joints stiffened up quicker than a brothel browser's loins. Paralyzed. My vision went black. When I woke up, I was in chains. Overall, a terrible ordeal. One deserving of a drink. I bid you good day, but it's been royally shite all round. You might not be finished. I am. It's plain to see that I'm well out of my depth here. But you gave these reprobates a proper seeing to. You clearly have what I don't. Courage, insight, heroism. The city needs you. I overheard these pigs talking. There's a Baal temple deep within the old Undercity that the cult is using. A century ago, it was destroyed by a group of heroic sorts. Let's hope history repeats itself, eh?
Mind who you call history, Hollyphant.
Very good. Now, let's talk and find that temple. This place is foul as piss. I'm out of here.
Still breathing, despite everything. Time to press ahead. What's hiding here? Breathe deep and move.
I was hoping I hadn't missed you. The Patriarchs are safe, but it took longer to calm them down than I was hoping. Tell me, how did your investigations into the Baalish Tribunal go? So he was back. I was right. This is excellent news. Tell me everything. Fascinating. I wish I could put half as much into my final report, but, well, I think my superiors would rather I just stick to the facts. Nonetheless, thank you. You should think about joining the Fist, you know. We could do with more people like you.
Yes? Nothing so grand. He was just another broken little ballspawn who tried to clamber to glory over the corpses of others. There was a time when he might have made more of himself. He was certainly given the chance after we threw him down, but he slunk back into his father's shadow instead. There is nothing more to say of him. You're sure? Later, then. I tell you not to get in trouble, but I suspect it will find you whether you like it or not.
That's strange. Knowing I'll never hear Cazador's voice again. Knowing it'll never command me to bow against my will. I'm free from him. Forever. Invigorating. Terrifying. All of the above. I'm still trying to understand it, really. I came so close to losing everything back there. To losing myself. Back at the ritual, all I could see was the power on offer and the safety it promised. I was so blinded by it. Just as Cazador was. But you saw something in me. Someone else I could be. Someone who could break the cycle of power and terror that started centuries ago. You saved me back there. I may not have appreciated it at the time, but I do now. Thank you. So am I. Fun as all that power would have been, this feels more me. When I look at my future, anything and everything feels possible now. You saved me from myself and let me walk a new path where I can be free. Truly, honestly free. This is a gift, you know. Thank you. I won't forget it.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while. Perhaps people lost faith. Or forgot about it. I wanted to come here. To see if I felt anything that I hadn't done before. Now that I know what I know. Now that I know who I am. That's a dead girl's name. I don't deserve it. I had to look up how it was spelled, for pity's sake. I have my family back. And now I can't even look them in the eye. I don't deserve to be anyone's daughter.
That's not true.
Not even close. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to see me like this.
Alive? Free? Feeling? I've dreamt for years of seeing you like this.
Seeing you as yourself again, Jen. It kept us going all this time.
I can't be your Jennifer. Not as you remember her.
Of course you can.
No. I'd be turning my back on too much. Shadowheart is as much a part of who I am as Jennifer. I can't just forget her. That's not what I do anymore. Besides, Shadowheart still suits me. Even better than before, perhaps. You can't cast a shadow without some light. Don't worry. I'm still your daughter. If you want me to be.
I'll call you whatever you like, so long as you're happy. Anel?
The Moon Maiden guides and helps us find our true selves. Shadowheart. Daughter.
Moon Maiden's blessings to you. It comes and goes, and eventually it will come more often than it goes. Time is far crueler than Shah could ever be. I do not think I will ever get better. But I wish to make the most of the time I have left. With my family. Besides, I'm tougher than I look. I'll fight on, now that I have something to fight for. We are a small family. Smaller than I hoped for. But we are whole again. Now this old lady will be getting in the way in your fine camp, I'm afraid. Don't worry. I shall pull my weight and help how I can. After so long in captivity, it feels good to use my hands again.
Selûne's blessings to you. Of course. Only a fool would alienate his child over a name. Shadowheart must determine her own path. That is what the Moon Maiden teaches. Still, I am unused to it. I can only hope she forgives a slip of the tongue now and again, until I adapt. My wife will need care. I wish to find somewhere quiet, close to nature, where the sun can warm us and the moon can watch over us as we sleep. And Shadowheart, too, may wish to join us, perhaps, once she's helped you put down this absolute threat. I've gleaned enough from word around this camp to know you're more than capable. You will prevail. I am. But with Selûne's guidance, I learned how to control the beast long ago. I only let it loose again when my family was threatened. Unfortunately, I was unable to stop what befell us, as neither elf nor wolf.
fishing spot. Spent more than a few summer-tide days here.
And did young Will ever catch anything?
Only a few head colds, and a tongue lashing from my worried father.
What path lies before me? Here we go. Looking ahead. Can't slow down. I don't need any attention right now.
They won't see me coming.
Unnoticed. Good.
Robes will get dirty. On the prowl. Careful.
What's next, I wonder? Better tread carefully. Simply begging to be robbed.
Why am I doing this? Watching and waiting.
I have to survive this.
Knees are starting to ache.
That way.
There is work to do. On I go.
Out of sight, out of mind. Not a peep.
Don't mind me. Let's see what you're hiding. Don't waste a step. Incredible. An elf and a bronze dragon. Allies at sea. Never wanted the easy path. Baldur and his winged ally admiring the fruits of their labor. the city itself. Baldur sails away and leaves the dragon to watch over his city. Do the histories make mention of this? Here goes nothing.
The statue before you bears a familiar likeness. It is Baldur, the celebrated adventurer who founded the city of Baldur's Gate.
Peril floods my province. The palisades fall, the earth does tremble. The servants of shadow and blood assemble. Beyond lies the grand worm, deep in slumber, awaiting a true hero's advent, should my domain drown in torment. Be you the deluge, turn away. Be you the hero, answer true. Are you worthy?
Poetic nonsense. There is no worm and no savior.
The statue gives no response. You sense neither life nor spirit within the statue. A powerful variant of magic mouth has been cast on it, allowing it to speak only recorded messages.
Ancient Ansur, hear me. A champion is proclaimed. The test begins. Let your judgment follow.
Incredible. How old is this place? Always room for more? Paintings hung on the wall. Almost like an art gallery.
A true champion knows justice and eliminates those who stand in its way. Restore the balance of justice.
Justice. No pardon without repentance, and no penalty without mercy. The right path often lies between the extremes. Wise indeed, though I can't take credit. It was my father who taught me the ways of the just.
The apple. The painting depicts a red-haired man stealing a shiny apple from a cart in an open-air market. You know this market, the Wide, where Baldur's Gate citizens and visitors gather to conduct trade and wax political. The child. A red-haired man is portrayed with his cloak's hood lowered, giving an apple to a smiling urchin. Several other children are huddled behind the one receiving the apple, hands outstretched. The induction. A red-haired man is depicted in hushed conversation with a dark-haired woman. She wears a cloak with an unusual symbol on it, tally marks totaling the number 9. theft. A red-haired man is depicted in the Hall of Wonders, thieving what looks to be a priceless artifact. It's an astrolabe of entrapment. It could hold a dozen djinn within it, perhaps even more. The chase. A red-haired man is depicted running through the city streets, a flaming fist officer chasing just behind. A cloaked woman, hair dark as a raven, looks on from a safe distance. The Judgment. A stern judge, his pockets full of coin, orders a red-haired man to the gallows. A shiny apple rests on the ground nearby.
Away! Behold, the paintings tell the tale. My judgment is rendered. The thief earns his due.
Judge was banished, but judgment must still be passed.
The cell. A stern prison guard slides a warm meal into the thief's cell. The red-haired man has a 10-day left to serve, judging by the scratchings on the wall behind him. The hanging. A red-haired man is depicted hanging from a gallows as a crowd looks on. You notice a child in the crowd, a falling tear leaving a trail on his cheek. Freedom. A red-haired man walks the streets of Baldur's Gate, clad in a billowing cloak. You catch a glimpse of a sly smile beneath his hood and a golden coin in his hand.
A thief walks free. Is this truly justice?
A good leader has the insight to find good counsel. As a war reaches its end, there is one who doesn't advise for the city's prosperity. Find him and strike him down.
Hold still, will you?
I'm ready. Whatever it takes. Got to press on. Calm and quiet, that's the way. Quiet as a mouse. I see a way. I'd better do the talking.
What to do?
Let's see what I can glean.
Blasted little thing slipped my grasp.
Let me work my magic.
No one back home will ever believe this.
This place is astonishing. A bard's legend made real.
Let's see. Anything of use?
The solution's plain as the high moors in midsummer. Let's chat. Let's talk. Yes, Swelto's ethic of war would lead to endless conflict. No city could survive it. Swelto is the one you should strike.
Sport. Why, this might just be the highlight of our misadventures to date.
Prove your strategic wits. There is but one rule. The Dark King must fall in 2 moves. Are you a commander of armies, or a shivering pawn? Fodder for cleverer minds.
I'm afraid I have little experience with lance sport, let alone the command of soldiers.
I've been known to shuffle a few knights around in my day. Might I offer a suggestion? First, threaten the Black King. Move your rook 1 square to the right. That leaves Black only 2 choices. Option 1. The Black Bishop can take your rook. This leaves your queen free to move 3 squares to the right and checkmate Black's king, your knight pinning him down. Option 2. Black's king retreats up and right. Your knight can then move 2 squares left and 1 up to make the king, your rook preventing his escape.
Best be on my way.
Whatever ancient purpose is imbued in these halls, it may not welcome our presence here. We should be wary of whatever lurks beneath the dust.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
This place is quite a find. Imagine all the people going about their lives unaware of what their city is hidden away.
A champion burns bright, even when rushing waters and moaning winds threaten to extinguish the flames. Take the torch. Withstand the elements. Prove your courage. With courage does the hero march. Fettered by the taxing chains of fear, a stalwart soul must ever persevere. With insight does the hero choose. Guidance born of ancient wisdom proven. Peace, not strife, the undenied conclusion. With justice does the hero rule. Lead not the guiltless lamb to bloody slaughter, nor cleanse the lion's sins in sacred water. With strategy does the hero scheme. A cunning mind, 100 steps ahead, your allies close, your rivals stunned in dread. Worthy you are found. Go forth, hero, seize your fate, and rise, great worm, heart of the gate.
Hells. The Great Worm is nothing but bone and memories. What's inside?
The dragon's spirit floods your mind and memory in a great torrent of power. He is with you. He is within you. He is you. The next words that spill from your mouth are not yours, but the worm's.
I am Ansur, heart of the gate, butchered in flesh, risen in spirit.
Ansur wends his way through your mind like an unstoppable river. Your body is unmoving, yet thought flows effortlessly between you. The spirit pauses, and you feel the astral prism stir. Ansur senses the Emperor's presence within it.
Answer me, Facey. Why have you come?
A deep sigh resonates within you. The torrent stills, only disturbed by the dragon's next words.
Brack, my words aren't meant for you. They're meant for him.
The Emperor stirs in the astral prison, then in you, calm, curious, and detached.
Your presence has stirred me, as it ever did. I am awakened.
Ansur, it's been too long.
Baldur! No! I don't believe it!
Once, long ago, we crossed the Callan together and sailed the Altengri. We built a city by the sea. Ansur was my friend.
Friend. Yes. And more. Until you killed me. Have you come to dance on my bones, Balduran? Was slaying me not satisfaction enough?
Satisfaction? No. You left me no choice.
You had every choice. You were becoming illithid. I offered you merciful death. You chose to fight. And now you bring your thrall before me. How far has the great Balduran fallen?
Stillness. Ansur's consciousness hovers just above yours, searching, seeing.
Dear Ansur.
Enough! I gave you everything, Balduran. And you repaid me in slaughter. It is time I return the favor. Let my bones rise and the storms gather. Witness, Balduran. The final tempest has come. I am the heart of the gate. I am the one who roars. This time, you will not escape it.
coming through.
Death is but a word away.
Got to focus.
Death won't take me yet.
Can't afford to let up.
On my way.
You done?
Ansur. I never thought I'd see him again. I was. Now, I am much, much more. But it seems you are more interested in my past. Such sentimentality. Very well. It's like I always told you. I was just like you. An adventurer who yearned for greatness. And in mortal terms, I achieved it. As captain of the Wandering Eye, I acquired enough gold to found Baldur's Gate. I stayed for a while to watch my city grow. But it was not enough. I grew restless again. The sea called to me, and I ran to her with open arms. Life at sea was not easy. Our last adventure was ruinous. My ship was destroyed. My crew lost. But my spirit was far from broken. I was determined to return in triumph once again. I heard of treasure in Moonrise. I strove to find it. What I found was an illithid colony, where I acquired a tadpole much like yours, and became a mind flayer, enthralled to the Elder Brain. It was Ansur who found me. Ansur who pulled me from the Brain's domination. Ansur who brought me home. He sought to cure me of my sickness, called on every healer he could find, nearly broke his spirit in the attempt. But he failed to understand. I wanted no healing. I was not sick. Of course I did. More so because it was Ansur. Even after he had exhausted all possibility of reversing my condition, he still clung to hope. I tried to convince him of my reality. I was on the cusp of greatness beyond my wildest dreams. But all he could see was a mind flayer. He came to me as I slept, a mercy killing in his mind. I saw the tears. I felt his grief. I had no choice but to kill him first. It was an act of self-preservation. Me too. I hope I never find myself in that situation again. While the past is beyond my influence, The present is not. It is time we move on. 2 nether stones remain in the hands of the Chosen. We must find them before we confront the Brain.
Ansur is dead. There will be no great tempest roaring through the skies, no dragon redeemer to save us. What hope then for Baldur's Gate? Without the Great Worm's aid, is the city doomed to fall?
You braved the Worm's lair, seeking a savior. Yet it was you, all of you, who vanquished the undead abomination which Ansur became. You are more powerful than you understand. It is you who are the Tempest. It is you who are the heart of the gate.
You're right. We are the warriors who'll slay the Absolute. We are the guardians who'll defend this fair city. Yes, the Brain will fall, and the people will hail us as champions. I could even claim my father's own ducal title and carry his banner after this. Grand Duke Will Ravengard, Marshal of the Flaming Fist, the city's truest defender.
Your optimism is inspirational, as always, but I think convincing the general population to place their fates in the hands of a devil, however well-meaning, might prove challenging.
The Absolute's end would be the guarantee. Devilish visage be damned. If I were to call myself Grand Duke, no patriarch would deny the claim. I fought to right the wrongs of the coast, to slay the monsters that hunt the helpless. What good is a champion who puts himself above the people? What good am I as a politician just out of reach? There will be no Grand Duke Will Ravengard, and there will be no Blade of Frontiers. I am now the Blade of Avernus. For as long as demons and devils imperil the Sword Coast, they will be my prey.
The Blade of Avernus.
A calm settles over you. The Elder Brain is a menace, but with the Blade of Avernus at your side, you know you will triumph.
The Blade of Avernus. A new name for a changed man. The 4 pillars finally rise within me. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. I'm not to abide them, but to become them. But enough reflection for today. I'm of a mind to celebrate. A hearty meal would do the trick. A few hunks of fresh venison, a round of brown ale. What do you say? Wonderful. You hunt the deer, I'll scrounge up the ale. Prepare your belly for a roast a la Blade. Let's hope Gale doesn't take offense if I assume cooking duties, just the once. I scout both the hells and the coast's havens, and I destroy every fiend that dares put its eye on Faerun.
Will takes a sharp breath. He's keeping something from you.
Yes, there is. I will be hunting Mizora. I won't let her claim one more soul, slay one more victim. I'm going to make my way to the Hells and tear the horns right off her damned head. Father trained me in the sword and the bow. They'll have to sustain me. Part of me wants to argue, to insist that I'd be killing Mizora for the good of the coast, but I can't. Not when I know I'm killing her out of revenge. You're right. I won't target Mizora. But should she cross my path in Avernus, I'll cut her to ribbons before she can so much as groan Zariel's name. I failed. The heart of the gate is dead. We need to see my father. He should know what happened with Ansur.
Open up. Light on my feet.
The Helm of Baldur.
The worm's tempest and his roar hurtle through you. Ansur's essence still lives within the helm, instilling you with power for as long as you wear it.
You can't even guard a blasted shed. It's no wonder we're being replaced by...
I heard you tracked down the man responsible for those explosive toys. Good work.
I heard you helped a refugee family stay in the home they found. Good for you. As a trader, I'm going to look for a place too. Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look. Stay away from trapped chests.
Grown-ups look at me sideways.
Because they think you're a thief, Murkon. Duh.
But I'm not a thief. Am I? Wish I could ask Mole.
I want to have a word. Thank you. Now Brilgor's name has been cleared, we can extend our help to the refugees once more.
Not for us to decide who deserves the Mage's grace.
The Absolute's voice is gone, but I still hear its echoes. Reflections of reflections. A terrible fate for Ansur, my son. Yet my hopes for the city's future have never been higher.
I failed, Father. The worm is fallen.
A terrible fate for Ansur, my son. Yet my hopes for the city's future have never been higher.
I don't understand.
You and your allies slayed the undead terror that was once the great Ansur. You are stronger than even the great worm. You will be the one to part the storms and lead the people through. You, not Ansur, are the savior we need. First, you will fell the Absolute. Then we will rebuild Baldur's Gate. We will take back our city together. I will name you Baldur's Gate's newest Grand Duke of the Council. You will be hailed Heart of the Gate.
Grand Duke? I look the part of a fiend.
I will tell the citizens and the patriarchs of your good works. They will know you carry your father's banner.
Uncertainty fills the air. Will has reached a fork in his path. In which direction will he travel?
Will?
I fought to right the wrongs of the coast, to slay the men and monsters that hunt the helpless. It is in the wilds that I find my courage, not in the halls of upper city estates. There will be no Grand Duke Will Ravengard, and there will be no Blade of Frontiers. I am now the Blade of Avernus. For as long as demons and devils imperil the Sword Coast, they will be my prey.
Then go with my blessing. Be Faerun's great defender. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. Let these be the lights that guide you, my son. Hail the Blade of Avernus!
The Blade of Avernus!
A calm settles over you. The Elder Brain is a menace, but with the Blade of Avernus at your side, you know you can triumph.
The Blade of Avernus. How marvelous. It rolls right off the tongue. Tell me, little bug, who should Will's first target be? Yes, to kill the Absolute. To free the infected, to end the illithid grand design. Could there be a more heroic journey? But what about the next battle? And the next? How mighty will the stalwart blade be without warlock powers to help him? Tell me you haven't forgotten. Once the Absolute is no more, so is my aid. Well, perhaps I might pay a visit once he's settled. Offer some advice. A bit of infernal altruism, if you will. Ah, the thrill of the unknown. I can't wait to see how this epic plays out.
The devil's stench lingers, but Will is yet a champion of the people. I'd hoped he'd join me on the council, but he is his own man. I couldn't be prouder. Gods, can it be? The man who raised the city's walls became an illithid.
You both know you owe your lives to me. I am not fallen. I am risen.
We must make this a secret we carry beyond the grave. No name is more sacred to the city than Balduran's. Not even mine.
When people think his name or see his likeness, they must imagine a hero, not a horror.
How misguided you are.
Do you feel that? The hells themselves tremble to face such a scourge as Will threatens to be. The Blade of Avernus, forged by a cambion, whetted on a dragon's hide. Those devils won't know what's coming for them. I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
So, the Blade of Frontiers is dead. Long live the Blade of Avernus. I just hope he stays focused on battling infernal forces. The undead have it hard enough already.
The Blade of Avernus. I can't think of a better man than Will to take up the title. It's about time someone stood up to the evil fucks populating the hells.
Fuck yes.
So Will's the Blade of Avernus now. I suppose that's a new sort of frontier for him. If you're sure. Fine. I'll be here whenever you rediscover your taste in company.
Will intends to take the fights to the very hells themselves? I can think of no one more capable.
Will shall force all devil kind to tremble before him. The hells have much to fear. It is done.
A noble chant, is it not? Hail Will, Blade of Avernus! Well, yes, Boo, the horseless chariots of Avernus are impressive too. But that would be no kind of name, would it?
The Blade of Avernus. I suppose hell is just another frontier. Flattered as I am, you're fully supported as it is. Then let us be about it.